Friends, in Universal Book Club, I like to share my bias that God speaks through all authors of new books and all the reviews. All right. But I also want to expand it to show how you can become better at creative writing just by practicing, reading, how the professionals do it, and you can learn how to speed read. All right. So let's just go there. From New York Times book review this last weekend. Ed Helms, because comedy is rooted in pain. I've spent my whole life instinctively tuning in to moments when things go wrong. His new book is Snafu, the definitive guide to history's greatest screw-ups. Laughter is the best medicine. This is just another words of wisdom, eternal truths, all right? Upended Worlds on romance. Just the titles, Chaos. When the Tides Held the Moon. All fired up. And Marriage Bargain with the Comte, all right? The Imagined Life, Chasing the Mystery. A writer searches his home state and his buried memories for answers about his long-lost father. A privileged insight into other lives is one of fiction's gifts. Eternal truth, right? Okay, Notes to John. Psychological Thinking, a posthumous book by Joan Didion, is drawn from her previously unpublished reflections on sessions with a therapist. This was not Didion's first encounter with mental health professionals. The Thinking Machine, Jensen Huang, NVIDIA and the world's most coveted microchip. Chips Ahoy! Again, creative writing, how these professionals are able to use one word, a small phrase, to really capture the essence. A journalist tries to figure out what the NVIDIA CEO, Jensen Huang, sees in the future of AI. This push for extra processing power would come in handy down the line. Over to science fiction, a journalist with a PhD in astrophysics subjects Silicon Valley's ideology of technological salvation to critical scrutiny. The title, More Everything Forever. AI overlords, space empires, and Silicon Valley's crusade to control the fate of humanity. Amid his sharp criticisms of the tech figures, he writes about his resolute call for compassion. Now, these are just stories that we all read in the Old Testaments and the ancients before them, just kind of repackaged, new times, new places, new technologies, all right? As far as the speed reading goes, if you read the first a paragraph in each chapter of a new book, and the last paragraph, you've captured the essence. You're going to forget all the details in the middle. And that way you can just fly through books and decide if you want to do more of a deep dive. But once you've, shared enough stories, whether it's in movies, TV series, books, it doesn't matter. You will recognize the pattern. You'll know what that story is about.